Looking back at my last video, I talked about how this channel was going to be a place for me to discover who I am. Because, yeah, I really don't know who I am. And I've realized I've made countless YouTube channels over and over, changing up my style, trying to do gaming content, trying to do commentary. The thing is, I like the idea of everything, but nothing has ever stuck. And recently I realized that, yeah, none of my hobbies have stuck. I draw from time to time. Hell, maybe I'll try to write something. Never gets finished. And it's like, my friend told me recently that he'd made an observation when we were in Discord calls. I don't really do anything. Everyone's doing something. My best friend's making something, sewing, gaming. Most of my friends are gaming. Sometimes I'll join in if it's multiplayer. Maybe I'll play maybe a little bit of Minecraft on my own, but most of the time I'm just listening, observing, watching them play games, but I'm not really doing anything myself. And recently I've been trying to get into doing stuff like reading more, because I realized, yeah, my literacy fucking sucks. I need to read something. Or, oh, you know what? I'll get all of my life together. I'll do more outdoorsy stuff. I mean, I live in a state that's perfect for it right now, this time of season. And yeah, the last few days I've been going on public transport. I've been trying it out, riding the bus, going everywhere. It is nice, but it never sticks. I started reading a few weeks ago. Started reading the Twilight series because I watched it a lot as a kid. I heard the books were better. Might as well start with it, right? And I read the first book. But now I'm on the second one and I'm just slowly drifting off of reading because it was something to do in the morning or at night before I go to bed. But then I catch myself doom scrolling again. Or just watching YouTube. The same thing over and over again. I distract myself. I focus on my college work. I focus on my job. I focus on just doing nothing with my friends, going out to eat and whatnot. But I really don't do anything for myself. And so when I made this channel again, originally it was meant for commentary. It was meant to do gaming. It was meant to do reading stories aloud. And now I'm trying to find myself, but it's like, I want to change it all again. And obviously, I don't know what I would change it to if I changed it again. So I just am in this constant loop of trying to figure it out. And I just don't know how to get unstuck. I try doing all of these things. Maybe it's the fact that I'm doing everything at once. Because I did start reading, but then I started wanting to write again. Because I got into that Mob's Verity series, and I wanted to write a fan fiction. And then I wrote one paragraph for it, and then I moved to the next thing. And I'm just sitting here like with all of these drafts, all of these things that I've done, never becomes finished. I can finish small projects. I can paint something, make it finished, but there are always small projects that maybe take at most up to a week. And it has me wondering, how do I break the cycle? Obviously, you have to keep doing it. You have to have a plan. But growing up, I didn't even know basic hygiene, which I have worked on. I've fixed that for the most part. But everything else, it seems so difficult. And then I'm in college, I'm working on a degree. Everything is set in place for the most part. The only thing is, my degree is so versatile. There's so many things you can do with this degree. And because there's so many options, it's, what do I do? I have so many options in each area of my life. It becomes overwhelming, and I should just stick to one thing for now, but the problem is I want to do everything. Everything at once. Get it all done. And the funny thing is, because I want to do everything at once, I get nothing done at all, other than watching YouTube videos all day, watching self-help videos all day long, then getting nothing done. And I just wonder if someone out there experienced the same thing and actually managed to get through it and change. Because that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for conversation. But gosh, it's so difficult. It's so complicated and messy. I mean, life in general is complicated and messy. But I just feel lost. So lost. And solving all these issues all at once is also not the way to go. But it keeps on happening. I want to do one thing, I start one thing, boom, on to the next thing, adding all of it together, and then it becomes a mess all over again. I think the one thing I wanted to keep doing was reading. I even have a backlog of a few video plans that I had to talk about some of the media I've been looking at. And yet I still haven't started on it. I haven't forced myself to do it. And that's the thing. I want to do it for a while, and then I don't do it, and then it becomes uninteresting to continue, because I waited so long. I don't know how people pick up projects again after they start it. It's a miracle to me. The only thing I can really work with is hard deadlines for school, because it actually impacts my future greatly. Obviously, if I don't pick up something and I don't do hobbies, it's going to impact me in a serious way, but it doesn't feel like a threat. It doesn't feel immediate. So it's just, how do you move forward from this? How do we keep going from this? I'm sure I'm not the only one who struggles with this, but you know what? If someone out there has any idea on how to fix this or help me in some way, it'd be greatly appreciated. Because all these self-help videos, they're helpful in the moment to make me feel better, but it doesn't do anything in the long run, because the pattern keeps repeating, and I have to break the pattern. But how do you even break the pattern to begin with, is the real question. Anyways, that was my TED Talk. I'm Kaito, and thanks for listening.